friends to the Beaver Dam.
Oh my gosh, it's Storm! Storm's here, guys! Welcome, friends, to the Beaver Dam. It's good to see each and every one of you. I hope I scared a couple of you. Anyways, welcome, Storm. It's good to see you, my friend. Just wanted to return that same level of, excitableness. Let me get my lighting a little bit better. Right there. There we go. Hello, Father. It's Memecast. Hey, Airtran, welcome. Finally beat Lightside Malak to your heck. Yeah, Appley. That's what I like to hear. Caleb Wheeler, we'll be doing roster reviews for about 2 hours. I told Nexus that we'd play some Marvel Rivals tonight, so we'll be hopping over to play some Marvel Rivals. We might stream it. We'll see how we're feeling. I have started Skeleton Crew. I am currently 2 episodes behind just because I've been super busy. I plan on catching up tomorrow, so I'm excited to catch up. Armizer, good to see you. Could we get a couple General Kenobis in the chat for Armizer here? Yes, we will announce who is winning in the GAC tournament. Tara, good to see you, my friend. Alex, already up to level 136. You are amazing, dude. That's crazy you've made it that far. For those of you who don't know, we're doing a sponsored game right now, and the farther people get, the more it helps build the Beaver Dam. And so Alex RG has committed his life's work to getting to the top level of rewards, which is level 160 for me, and he is doing amazing. We have him as well as Armizer are both pushing towards that fairly dang close. How close are you, Armizer? I know I saw you hit 125 today. So I'm kind of curious where you're at with it. Other than Rule of 2, are there any other Zetas required for Bane? Sorry? Am I crazy? I'm crazy. There we go. Sorry. Music, it didn't seem like it was working. My headset died for some reason. That was weird. Just Rule of 2 Omi, all Zetas though. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. I'd have to go check. Not all Zetas. Don't bother with his leader Zeta. His leader Zeta is not important. But the rest of his Zetas, yes. So I believe his basics is Zeta, and I think Essence is, no, it's not Essence of Dominance. Is it Malevolent Whirlwind? No. Yeah, so Rule of 2 and Basic are his 2 Zetas that you need. Don't bother with this one. You really don't need it. It's not as important as, anything else, but... no, you do not need Zetas for the Dark Side tier, Apple E. Although if you want to make it a little bit more easy, I would probably suggest Bastilus Zeta, actually. Mara, out of my lighting. Thank you. Let me go get your bed. I know why you're wandering around. If Mara doesn't have a close by place to lay down, she will just sit there and bug me and keep walking around and getting in the way. Currently at 148. Heck yeah. Gonna stop after 160. Yeah, that's fine, Alex. I mean, that's as far as I need you to get. So unless you're enjoying the game a ton, then go ahead and stop at 160. Yeah, so Revens are really good for PvP, but they're not necessarily helpful for that event. And so, like, it's up to you. You could throw on the health equalization one if you're worried about Revan dying off. Or you could add Bastila to give you banner recovery. Either one kind of helps because it's really just survivability. Hey, Matt Master. Welcome, welcome, my friend. I'm working on level 88 in that amazing mobile solitaire game you recommended. Hey, 2 more levels and you'll hit another milestone. Heck yeah, dude. I've been stuck on like level 68 for the last 24 hours and it's been driving me nuts. I just keep getting the worst RNG and I'm like, I need to just, you know, go spend a bit of money and get a little farther. Mostly because they're paying me back to a certain degree. They gave me a budget that they'll pay me back for. So good to see you, Matt Master, though. It's always great to have you here in the Beaver Dam. Not whaling hard enough. Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to whale in that game, you certainly can. I'm not going to stop you, but I'm doing it just because I get a little bit shunted back, so. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I still have these open. Okay, hold on. Just so I don't forget. I really should do this before I forget. Because I feel really bad. I've been so busy the last couple of days with things that I haven't done my dailies for my guild. Oh, wow. Yeah, you can see how little I have left on that account after all the double drop stuff. And so I need to pick up some slack and get going. I honestly don't even think I signed up for GAC. I don't think I signed up for GAC on either of these accounts. I barely played over the last 2 weeks. I've been playing my main account plenty. Like, you know, I got Red Crate and everything for Conquest. But yeah. No Grand Arena. No Grand Arena. So yeah, I didn't sign up for either of these accounts. Are any Zetas needed for the Starkiller event? I don't believe so. I don't think I had a single Zeta on any of the characters when I did that event. No, we have no snow here where I'm at right now, which is wild. You know, like, Utah is known for having amazing snow, and there's no snow. Also, you guys want to see something kind of cool? I'm gonna make all y'all real jealous real quick. Like, you can do it without it, Apple. It's a good Zeta for survivability. It's a good Zeta for the team in general. But like, you don't need it. Let me make that clear. You don't need any Zetas to get through that event. Is it? Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly, Apple E. Hold on. I'd have to go read Bastila's Zeta, because it literally has been 2 years since I've read Bastila's Zeta. Is it Force Bond that has the Zeta? Or is it? I don't remember which one of these has the Zeta. It's this one. Stardust. Isn't it this one? It's Sith Apprentice? Yeah, so it's not hugely important. I could have sworn that this one was a Zeta. And this is what I was referring to. That's weird. Usually abilities that are level 80, over level 80, are always zetas. We're talking about Badstilla, not Bastilla. Yeah. Dude, my foot is falling apart right now. So that's on as well. I'm using torches and stuff to move along. Hey, my stone is bigger to me than trying to go along. Yeah, I mean, fair. I've been trying to do the tiki stuff for you guys because I know, you know, the tiki stuff gives you guys more credits. Like the more of the coins and stuff, but I can only get so many of the tikis myself. And so I'm like, I want to unlock the bonuses for you guys, but I can't. I may be purchasing another pack for you guys here soon. Just to help you continue forward. Get you guys like another free 4 plays or something. Yeah, the fear only really hits on teams if you get corrupted battle meditation on them. I feel like I missed some characters on this account. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm almost positive I missed some characters on this account. Like, did I not do Django? Yeah, I didn't do Django. Okay, let's keep working on these. Almost done spending on these. Whoops. Okay, and then I just need to spend some canteen energy. I'm good. Do a barrel roll? I don't know how. Hey, Slaps, welcome. Basically, Malgus's lead for, essentially the way that I look at it is, if you need to kill the leader really quickly and get rid of the leader, and if you get rid of the leader, you're completely fine, then it's usually Darth Revan lead. If you're looking for beefiness and speed, you're gonna go for the Malgus lead. In most cases, though, the Malgus lead will work just as well as the Darth Revan lead. And so I rarely use the Darth Revan lead when I could use the Malgus lead. We're at 50 of 60 tikis. I got some a couple minutes ago. Heck yeah. So we only need like 10 more, which is only because you get 5 per tiki level. And so that's only 2 people playing a tiki level, and we'll have our guild stuff unlocked again. Can the Sith trio do Malgus Proving Grounds? Oh yeah, is Proving Grounds closed already? Was that yesterday or was that today? Oh yeah, I've already finished Proving Grounds. Never mind, it's not going to show up for me. But yeah, not necessarily the Sith trio doing it themselves, but the Sith trio can make it so you can do a lot of the ones. So like SLKR with the Sith trio can beat the Malgus node and things like that. So... does anyone know if Java beats Malgus Proving Grounds? Last time I tried it, the answer was no, but I can check again. How much for a roster that you can help me build teams for defense on Grand Arena? That is our $20 membership. I'll also just say you could just donate $20 if you don't want to do the membership. But yeah, that's part of our $20 membership. Hey, Darth Dragon Wolf, welcome, my friend. Okay, I am good to go. Let me just double check my raid. Yeah, my raid is good. 3 started today. Okay. Balin, Shin, Merrick, SLKR, Hux combo. Oh, that's wild. Okay, I'm gonna open up the roster review so everyone get over to the Discord. Let me get a link in the chat for you guys. So for those of you who don't know, the best way to get a free roster review is to go through the Discord. There's a section called roster reviews, and after I put a message saying roster reviews live in that channel, then anything after that is what I'm going to be looking at. We'll be going for about an hour and 40 minutes. We'll be doing 5-minute roster reviews for those who are not paid. If you pay, you jump the line, and if you are a member, you jump the line and jump the paid for line. So any membership, $10 or more, and you can request your monthly roster review or live roster review, of course. Okay, let's type it in. I would hope there's not that many that we need to do, just because we've done so many for the Damathon. But we'll see. We'll see. We could have a ton today. Yes, while we're waiting for people to sign up, let's announce the GAC scores. Thank you. So, for those of you who are part of our GAC tournament, it kills me every time that you do it in like team numbers, because then I have to go scroll through the names and find what all the names are. Okay. So, for the GAC tournament, we have, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Justice for Trey and Rob and his lapdogs are tied for 6th place with 10 points. Both of them collectively have 10. Then we have Team Venture with 13 points in 5th place. And then 4th place, oh no, 4th place and 3rd place are tied as well. And that is Kino Loy and the Knights of Tom are tied for, I guess, technically 3rd place. And then we have fully operational PP in 2nd place. And in 1st place currently with 24 points is Rogan's Regime. Oh, it's the PC Clients free pack. It looks the same as last month's. I don't know. Okay. So, it's still definitely anyone's game, but congratulations, Rogan's Regime, for being in the lead. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, Caleb Wheeler. Yeah. Food, dude, yeah, that's like a solid example of it. For the last season's winter banner, the ETA is sometimes this week. I finally have time this week. It's probably not going to be tomorrow, because tomorrow I have a meeting that I have and a couple other things that I got to do. But hopefully I'll have it by the end of the week. Okay, Caleb Wheeler. Going for Mommy, then Jabba. I'd flip those, but... IG-12 and Grogu. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to look at the mods, because you asked me to. Way too much. Is this good mods? Yes, these are absolutely fire mods. This is not the type of mods I'd throw on an IG-12 and Grogu. The nice thing about the Mommy Mando team is you really don't need amazing mods, and it'll still do everything that you need it to do. Like, here is mine. My Bo-Katan's at 275 speed. You know, I've got her modded for, like, you know, what she's supposed to have. Bam, 221 speed. Paz, 243 speed. Not even 6-dot mods across the board. IG-12 and Grogu is 273. You know, Bo-Katan Kryze, Baby Bo, 225. Like, you really don't need these guys super well modded. They're not about being fast by any means. They don't really have a turn meter train, anything like that. IG-12 and Grogu having it fast is nice, but like 184 speed is a little excessive. I thought Bam needed to be faster than Bo-Katan Mando. For what? Like, if you want to try and get out the whistling birds early, sure. But like, mostly Bam's there just to be a savior mechanic. Hey PJ, welcome. Sorry, Harvey. Special mission Mando mission, unless you're doing like the Relic 8 one on Mandalore, then like sure. But like the special mission, you don't really need high speeds. I do it with mine without remodding every single time. So like, yeah, it's not a team you necessarily need to uber mod the team to get it to do everything. Yes, you should, you know, do some solid offense mods for Bo-Katan. She's the main damage of the team. If you want to get Bam fast to try and pull off an early poop stance, you can, but you could end up killing off your team because you went into poop stance, and then, you know, a Maul comes in and just wrecks one of your characters, and you can't save them because you're in poop stance. You know, there's a lot there where, you know, it can be problematic. So I rarely use the poop stance until I've killed off a couple threats on any given team that I'm going up against. Having a 183 or 85 additional speed, whatever it was, that's like a GL level of modding on a character that doesn't necessarily need it. So the Discord is the best place to get it, PJ. Thank you, Caleb, for getting that that link out. I thought I heard Arnold say Bam needed more speed. Here's the thing is why. Like, yes, you can, and it's going to be helpful. There's never a bad time to put speed on characters. But why? Because his first turn, he opens up with just, he has basic or he has poop stance. His other ability starts on cooldown. It's a 3-turn cooldown. And so he's not really going to do much his first turn unless you're jumping into poop stance. So unless it's for the Mandalore event, because there is a, you know, where we aren't even in Rote because we decided to do Geonosis this time. So let me pop up the Rote interactive map. Rote map. Less than the value of the mods. Yeah, like those mods that you have on IG-12 and Grogu would be so much more valuable on so many other characters, and that's the thing. It's like, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not really helping you. This right here, unless you're talking about this, and this is a combat mission, keep that in mind. This isn't even a special mission. This is just a combat mission. It really doesn't matter. Because, you know, with the ones you just saw modded, I'm doing the special mission right here. And this gets get 3 as well as what unlocks Mandalore, and I do this with the mods that I have every single time. So, I don't know, like, it's I kill Lord Vader every time. I can kill JMK with it. I've never had any problems with my team overall. Would I like to get IG-12 speed up quite a bit? Yes, but am I going to push it over 300? Probably not. I'd probably keep it around 300, and that's about all the speed I'd push into him. Because he heals, he puts out blind on the team, he calls assists, he is very helpful to have fast. But, like, it's not like it's a turn meter train character. If it was, like, Mara Jade... Commander Lex coming with the 5 Canadian. Thank you, my friend. We will do you next. But, yeah, if it was, like, someone who's rocking the turn meter train, someone who's, like, keeping things going, then yes, absolutely. But the team's not really about that. The team functions as just a super tanky team that you just take in and it just brutalizes people. Storm, I honestly don't even know what I said. GOTB. Yeah, our guild wants to do the full star achievement because most of us don't have it, and I was like, sure, why not? I'm currently between farms. I don't necessarily need the rote right now, so heck yeah, Appley. That's awesome. For Ray's ultimate tier, at least 3. Yes, I suggest 4, but at least 3. Full star achievement? I mean, it's Dark Side Geo. It's not like Dark Side Geo is super hard. What are we? A 500? Yeah, 536 million GP. Like, I don't think we'll have a problem, honestly. Heck yeah, Alex. Yeah, light side, I don't know if it's actually possible for light side. Is it? I thought we were still, like, we need one more fleet before we actually have, like, the fleet GP to do it. Is what I understood. Like, we have enough ground GP, but fleet GP we're still struggling by like 1 or 2 fleets. Yeah, like that's the thing, Caleb Wheeler, is like if you want to have a little PP and have the fastest IG-12 in Grogu, you can. Is it going to benefit? Not a ton. Speaking of a really fast character, I got my Smuggler's Run 2 from having Jabba the Hutt in my roster and decided, hey, I should mod my Jabba the Hutt because he had just some random mods I had in my roster at the time. And so I got some really lucky rolls. And so these are all mods that I rolled today. So we've got a 23 speed, a 23 speed, a 24 speed, a 21 speed, and a 24 speed. I took my Jabba from being at 480 to 548 today, which was frickin' crazy. Raise lead, Sudden Whirlwind, Lifeblood, and GL. Yes, that should be good for it, Parallel Bradley. If you have a Relic C3PO, I don't suggest watching my video, or a Gear 12 C3PO. I believe you can do it with Gear 12 as well. I'd suggest going and watching the video all in on Finn. Because my video is meant for players who are, like, they got their Lightspeed bundles and that's all they have. The all in on Finn strat is the better strat. It's just, at the time, I didn't have a C3PO, and I wanted to make a guide for people who didn't have a C3PO. So, Boris, welcome, welcome. Hey, Perception, welcome, welcome. Yeah, then go look up All In on Finn. If you have like a Relic 5 Zori, sure, it's going to be nice. R. Miser coming in saying he's finished on 160. He beat Alex to it. Hold on. Let's see if it's popped up for me. Over here. Let's check the activity report. And there it is. Our Miser has completed a level 160 in Tiki Solitaire. That is awesome, dude. Thank you, my friend. if people keep going the way that they are, if people keep playing, and they don't just stop now and they keep playing till Monday, there's a strong possibility that we could, from this sponsorship, make the same amount that we made from the Damathon. Because of your guys' efforts. Like, I was expecting a lot less effort from you guys. I was trying just to get level 15 and try this out for the first time, where you guys play a game and, you know, it helps me out essentially. And you guys have gone above and beyond. It's been insane. And if it keeps going this way, we could end up making what we made in the Damathon again, which is absolutely wild and allows us to have a much better budget for our PC and buy a really nice graphics card. So, very, very cool. Also makes it so that way I have a good paycheck. What's the link to the game? Let me see if I can grab it real quick. If you want all of the information, you can go check out I Need Your Damn Support in the Discord, and it'll tell you basically everything you need to know, including what playing the game will help me with, like how much getting to each level will give me and that type of thing. So if you want a full breakdown, you can go look at I Need Your Damn Support in the Discord. It's right next to like the stream notice and everything. Thank you, I Don't Well, for getting those posted, my friend.
Hello there.
Did I miss when we were downloading the game? Yeah, we did it there during this last members only stream, because, you know, I didn't want to ruin my analytics, and so I just did it as members only, and then I did it as a Twitch stream as well, so if anyone wanted to do it. So if you want to be able to do this each month and help me out, because I'm going to be trying to do this each month to basically supplement my income to allow me to do more like Lightspeed bundle giveaways and, you know, just help me survive overall as a human being. You can go over to channels and roles and you can click right here for Damn Supporters, and when you click on this, it'll give you the Damn Supporter role, and you'll be pinged whenever we decide to do one of these. And so it'll be about once a month, and usually you just download a game, play with me on stream for 2 hours, then you can delete it. And then if you want to push farther, or if you enjoy the game, you can keep going, and it'll continue to help me as you keep going. But overall, we're just kind of shooting for a couple hours of playing each month. Up to you, Cameron Shumway. If you want to help out, you'd have to get to like level 40, because we have a cap of how many people can get to certain levels before that stops helping us. And so we've already hit the cap for level 1 and level 5. We have one more person that can get to level 15 to give us a little boost. And then after that's going to be level 40, level 60, level 75. But for the full information, just go to the Discord and check out I Need Your Damn Support. This is making me feel bad for deleting the game after level 15. Dude, I appreciate you getting to level 15 already. That solidly helps, my friend. We're all going to beat the game. Dude, if everyone beats the game. So this sponsorship is wild. So if everyone gets to the spot where our miser just got in 3 days, which our miser apparently is a solitaire genius for getting there that fast, and Alex RG is the same. He's already so far in 3 days. If everyone were to get to that, the perspective amount that I could make from this sponsorship is $6,000. Which is absolutely wild. Not at all what I was looking for out of this. And if we were to be able to get to that, that would be insane. That would be like, oh yeah, as soon as this comes in, we're giving out, you know, $1,000 worth of Lightspeed bundles like right now. But yeah, no, it's wild the ceiling that we can hit with this, but obviously it's a lot of work to put in for you guys, and all I was looking for was just a little bit of effort to just help me out each month. And so, you know, you guys already put in that effort, and anything more at this point is just extra on top, and I appreciate you for it. Honestly, you can complete a level in like a minute or two, Harry. It's not hard. we got to level 40 in a 2-hour stream of me BSing and talking to chat for half the time. Commander Lex is, but give me just a sec, wishy-washy, because we do need, that's the thingamajig. Don't do a giveaway. See, basically I'm going to use this to supplement my income, and then the excess will go to you guys as much as I can. And when if like, obviously we're not gonna hit 6,000, but if we were to make a significant amount, if we had a lot of people going for like high levels, I would be willing to give a good amount of it back to you guys for sure, because like you guys are putting in work for this, and I'd be down to, drop out some Lightspeed bundles because of it. But yeah, it goes until Monday, so basically Monday around, I think, 4 p.m. MST is when it'll end. That it'll benefit me, and so play until Monday, and then you can delete it, or you can keep playing it if you enjoy it. It's up to you. Channel's growing, yep. For the Super Bowl playoffs, I actually don't know who's playing in the Super Bowl this year, which is funny because I just built a whole bunch of displays for Pepsi for Super Bowl, but I have no idea who's playing. You tell me who's playing and I'll tell you who I'll root for. Very true, Heinricher. I don't even know if you could give away $1,000 of Lightspeed bundles. Caleb, I think you're underestimating how many people show up for giveaways. Are you really telling me that if I made a title for a YouTube channel and I said giving away 100 Revan Lightspeed bundles, that I wouldn't have every single one of Arnold's viewers, every single one of Nooch's viewers in my chat trying to get a Lightspeed bundle? Like, I don't think it would be that hard. I would basically just make a guild, people would join, and I just start giving them away, dude. Just root for the Ravens. Interesting. Hey, Diego coming in with his 2 months of loyalty.
If you would join us.
Wagwan. I don't know what that means, graphic. I've seen that like 70 times, and I don't know what it means, and I keep thinking it's someone like misspelling something. Is that something from Twitch that I don't know about? Stars don't matter, just getting to levels. Wouldn't it be hard to actually give them away? No, Caleb, because literally, so I've got an account that I just use for gifting. Like it's an account that's a dead account. The person who owned it doesn't play anymore. He gave me permanent access to his account, and I don't touch the account ever. It just sits there. And so when I go to do giving out Lightspeed bundles, I'll just join a random guild and then get people in and then do that over and over again. Yes, roster reviews are free, my friend. You can pay to jump the line, but they are free. You just go to the Discord and sign up in roster reviews. But yeah, so like I literally would just jump into a brand new guild. I'd make a brand new guild, and then 49 people join. I give away 49, and then all of either I quit and make a new guild, or I have all of them quit right afterwards, and then another 49 people come in, and then I just go down the line and gift everyone in the guild. Like it really wouldn't be too hard to gift out 100 Lightspeed bundles.
Hello there.
K Phase Costs, welcome to the damn community. Serial Killer, welcome to the damn community, and Noel Michael, as well as Joe Billy. All of you, welcome to the damn community, my friends. It's good to see you here. You look exhausted. Thank you. I appreciate that. Swag, we have something to talk about. DM me after the stream. Defense only team for a long time. Do a members only stream giveaway? We've done a couple of those. We have done a couple of those, wishy-washy. Thanks, Serial Killer. Yeah, I'm excited to purchase it. As soon as the money comes in, I'll be building the parts list and everything. Can I ask a question about the JKL unlock? Absolutely. However you say your name, I'm just going to call you K. Would you be willing to wait and do Lightspeed bundles for the May the 4th releases? Dude, we'll do Lightspeed bundle giveaways as often as we can. You know, that's just always how it's been. So we're not really giving away too much at the current moment, but we've already given away everything that we plan on giving away for the current season. So except for those who hit certain spots, go read I Need Your Damn Support. There might be a reason that Armizer's doing things. You just got a ping. Who is it? Oh, it's Heinricher sending me a Lamar Jackson clip. Okay, I will watch it when I got a moment. What is my monthly spending on the game? That depends on what we're doing. I have spent probably a couple, I wouldn't say a couple, probably $1,500 in the last 2 months. That's probably the extent of what I've spent. No, because that includes also, okay, so that includes what I've spent in this game, what I've spent on the channel, and what I've spent on Lightspeed bundle giveaways is $1,500. It's $1,700 with the memberships that I do for the channel. So I would probably say about $1,100 is probably how much I spent in the last 2 months. That is not typical. That was just for the Ahsoka Day 1, because, you know, we hit a goal that you guys wanted to see in Ahsoka Day 1, and we got the donations to hit that goal, and so I spent that money to get the Ahsoka Day 1. I'm going to a point where I'm barely spending right now, because I don't need to spend. I'm not going for new content. I'm just buying Lightspeed bundles if they come out, and otherwise just normally farming things right now. So typically I don't spend that much in this game, and I'm going to be primarily not spending at all from here on out, unless we're going for new characters and I can afford it. But the last couple of months we have spent a good deal. How much does one person beating the game make you? If you get to level 160, I get $154 wishy-washy.
Credits will do fine.
Can I get the first roster help? Yeah, sorry, dude. We've been getting off topic. We've been talking about our sponsor and everything. Gotten very off topic. Let me finish with Caleb Wheeler, and then we'll jump into who donated. It was Commander Lex next. He donated, and then yes, Diego, you will be third. Caleb Wheeler, we answered your question. We'll throw the 5-minute timer on since you are not paid for, and we will do a quick roster review for you, because we just answered your question. Going for Mommy than Jabba. Also, should I go for C, J? I'm going to say wait for C for a while. JKCK, if you're looking to swing up into a better guild, I don't think is going to be a bad thing, especially considering you have Mommy Mando coming into your account, plus you have a JML. Starkiller is one of the most fun farms in the game if you want to do it. Profundity, I would say, is a definite yes. So here's the thing. You're looking at Sith Eternal. It's going to be 6 Zetas and an Ultimate. It's rough to do, but I think after Jabba, you should be doing a cleanup phase anyways. And so finishing out a Sith Eternal is not going to be bad during that cleanup phase. And, you know, finishing up some of your stuff. That's typically what I suggest to people, is taking some time and kind of doing a cleanup phase after Jabba. You know, relic this General Grievous. Finish relicking your Triumvirate. You know, get yourself a couple of these things that are down here upwards. Like, you know, you've already put some Kairos into Mando, finish him off, that type of thing. So usually a cleanup phase comes right after Jabba. And Sith Eternal can kind of be part of that cleanup phase, considering you already are close. I would say Profundity's higher tier and JKCK is higher tier. Starkiller only if you're feeling like doing a fun farm. It's not the most necessary, but I think that if I were to look at this account and be like, what would I do next, is I'd finish Jabba, find a really good guild that's Mando ready and say, I will get JKCK, go do Profundity, then JKCK, then Starkiller. Because, you know, Profundity gives you another meta fleet, which is going to be super helpful. JKCK will help out that guild, and then Starkiller will be able to utilize that Dash Rendar that you have, and you're already 1/4 of the way to Starkiller at that point. And then you can clean up with a Sith Eternal. But I don't think any of those farms are outlandish in an account like this, by any means. Zatanol, I'm 99.995.543 comma apostrophe 5% sure that it's the Starkiller Kron. I mean, Starkiller with Palp is an easy Ray killer anyways. Do you think Glat was worth all the money? I think she has the potential to be. Do I currently think she is? No. I think she has the potential to be? Yes, because currently half of her kit is broken. And so I think she has the potential to be on the same level as what Leviathan is in the fleet meta right now. I think that we could see an Ahsoka being the ground meta version. And it could be really, really bad. So, Tara, did you sign up anonymously? You did not. You signed up with your Twitch. Yes, Tara, you are showing up. I've got you right here in my list. Magma Troopers, yeah, hilarious. Yeah, I need to get myself a Fulcrum Cron to counter that. Yes, Graphic. We will take a second at the end of stream and do that. So about an hour and 10 minutes. Okay. As for other things in your roster, I mean, you know how to mod. We saw your IG. You know how to mod. I'm not really super worried about your mods besides the fact that it's IG 12 that you have as your fastest unit. Your overall farming plan, I would have liked to see Jabba sooner, but Mommy Mandalore helps you swing into a good guild and is probably a PP for you, so I'm not upset about it. Let's just take a quick look at your fleets. Already I'm worried just because I'm not seeing a lot of fleets in here just overall. Yeah, you just need I think the Profundity should be like top of your list, dude. You're just you don't have a lot of fleets, and so I think getting a meta fleet does make up for that quite a bit. You want to be part of the 2%. Fair enough, Caleb, fair enough. But yeah, your account's looking great. I think your farming plan isn't awful. I do think that Profundity, JKCK, then Starkiller, then C would probably be my order of operations after Jabba. But yeah, keep going. And once you get your Mommy Mandalore, don't stay in your current guild. We'll leverage your way into a better guild. Unless your guild's already Mommy Mandalore ready. You know, leverage your way in. Sure, whoever you are. Is this our opponent? No, it's not our opponent. Well, as always, I'm moving my stuff off screen so that way I can read a chat. Watching on PS5 so can't chat. Sent an ally invite. What's the best squads for Proving Grounds to work on? Well, let's check your account real quick, whoever you are. Finish your SLKR, get his ultimate, and then go for Jabba. And that'll basically do everything you possibly need to do inside Proving Grounds. SLKR does most of them, and then Jabba will do the rest. Don't focus on building teams specifically. Just kind of focus on your overall farm, which is always going to be SLKR, Executor, Jabba. Is the first 3 farms anyone should be working on if they have Lightspeed bundles. And that includes every single Lightspeed bundle. If you have all of the Lightspeed bundles, you do not go for, you know, SLKR, then Rey, then C, just because they're all the closest. No, you do SLKR, Jabba, Executor, and then you come around and start cleaning up and doing Rey, Sith Eternal, JML. Anyways. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're doing, but hopefully that helps. Good speed for Bane. Anything over 280 and you're golden. 260 to 280 is what you're shooting for. Like 200 and over 280 and you are like perfect. Never have to touch it again. Oh, interesting. No, I didn't see that, Heinricher. Zatnold, to answer your question, I have done it once before, so yes. But that's one person. I don't know. Why so fast? The slower... Okay, so... it's specifically for a certain GL that I base this around, but if we look at SLKR at 577 speed and you have, you know, basically any of the GLs, they're going to be over 500 speed. The more that they can lap you, the more scary it's going to get, especially when it comes to specifically Leia. And so trying to get into the 280 range is that perfect spot where you're going to be, for the most part, not being lapped too often by GLs. And so that's kind of what you're shooting for, is that you're not going to be triple lapped by a GL, because the moment that you're triple lapped by a GL, you lose. And so you're basically modding him for just a little bit of extra speed to basically make sure he doesn't get triple lapped by Leia, especially because Leia reduces max health. And yeah, you want to make sure that you can kill Leia regardless of the current meta and what's happening overall. So that's what I base that around, in my opinion. There are 13 non-ship conquest units that includes Dr. Dre. I don't know offhand, Trey. I'd have to count. See, Caleb's got the right answer. Okay, let's jump into Commander Lex, and we'll go from there. Ooh, asking about the clones to R7. It's an interesting one. How's your guild doing with Zepho? Because I feel like I feel like the clones to Relic 7 is very dependent on where your guild's at, Commander Lex. Yeah, I put my mods on Bane and I haven't had the time to go back and fix them because I haven't had Jabba. Now that I have Jabba, I can finally fix mods in my account. So I'll be trying to bring up my Bane to a higher extent. But yes, anything over 260, and that's like the spot where you're shooting for. 260 to 280. And if you can get it over 280, then you're like in a perfect spot for Bane. 5 for Zepho. Like 5 for the clone mission or 5 for the unlock to Zepho? Five players are Zepho ready. So then I wouldn't focus down the Relic 7 troopers anytime soon unless you plan on switching guilds, Commander Lex. You're referring to Bo-Katan, you're referring to Relic 7 clones. Are you looking at breaking into a new guild? Is that what we're looking at, Commander Lex? Or are you staying with your current guild? Speedrun roster reviews. Why? Because you need one wishy-washy? I think whether you should go for Bo-Katan or Luthen team first, which is kind of the question in your account. Oh, just drop it for a fun with paid review. You certainly can, Swag, if you want to. Okay, so here's the thing, is it's kind of what do you need to counter more in GAC? Are you struggling with Lord Vader and JMK more, or are you struggling with Leia and Rey more? Lord Vader's kind of a shared one between the two. Bo-Katan can help clean up a Leia, but can't necessarily take down a Leia. No, staying with the current one, just moved to a new one. So yeah, Bo-Katan, then clones. I would leave the clones. Clones are for when your guild finishes Zepho. Then you start working towards the clones with your guild. What's Mommy's win rate against JMK? Very low right now, just due to Datacron seasons for the last couple of seasons. But outside of the Datacron seasons, she's like an 80% win rate. She's specifically designed to counter JMK. Like it's not quite as high as Lord Vader, I believe, but it's up there because literally Cat hits her insta kill, you instantly get a revive, and then you just go all in on Cat and kill her off. Like it's how it works. It's not a hard counter at all. It's pretty brainless. I don't know how it does in 3v3 offhand, but in 5v5 it is super easy. JMK and 5 I'm struggling with, and sometimes Leia. So if JMK is the big one, then you're going to go for Bo-Katan. So go finish Bo-Katan, then go finish Luthen. Clones to Relic 7, wait until your guild is working on that together. Don't be the only guy working towards it, because I don't want you to feel resentful of your guildmates for something that you put in trying to be helpful. And like you guys aren't even Zepho ready, you can spend that on other things. Ezra Bridger as Exile, I think, is an excellent thing to finish in your roster. You have JML, you have Rey, you have good homes for it. You have Jedi Knight Revan, so you can do the Jedi Knight Revan full banner counter to Jabba with him. No matter where you put him, he's going to be excellent in your roster. The thing that I'm kind of worried about is your meta fleets. I think you need a new meta fleet ASAP. I think that should be your next farm. So finish Bo-Katan, finish Luthen. You have the Jabbas, you could take the time. You can finish some farms, maybe get a Relic 8 Bane. But I definitely think a new GL ship is going to be something big for you. So get those two teams done. You're going to go Bo-Katan first because it'll help with JMK and give you a really good flexible team that's really good for a lot of different things. That's one of the things I love about Mommy Mandalore. Like, Luthen's amazing, and I love Luthen, and he takes down Leia, he takes down Rey, and I love that so much. But the flexibility of Bo-Katan is so great. You can take it against Gungans, you can take it against like a Riva team, you can take it against all kinds of like top teams, and it'll take down those teams. And so I really appreciate it. Still have a 5-star Adrad? Then start working on that Adrad, dude. Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't even have to be the Adrad. Like, you have a Relic 9 Malak, you have a Relic 4 Darth Revan, you have a Relic 7 Malgus. Like, you can work towards the Leviathan if you're willing to save up some crystals for it, because obviously you need to 7-star quickly. Like, you could go for the Leviathan instead, and it would be very helpful to your roster. Once he's 7-star, okay. Yeah, either way, I think that should be, like, next on your list. Let's see, you have 1, 2, and then Leia's next on your list for GLs. So Profundity, Leia is kind of your next things overall, but you're looking good. I would just ignore the clones, and also keep in mind you're in a good spot for your account. So if you want to take a break and you want to like at least relic up your clones, you know, Relic 3, Relic 5 them, whatever you want to do, you know, throw a relic level on your Marin and get your Zetas on your Night Sisters. I think you're in an excellent place to take a couple-month break. It'll give you time to farm the 5-star Radis up to 7-star, finish the Ezra Bridger Exile, and just finish some of these side projects you kind of have in your roster already. So just take a couple-month break, and then I would start working on those big projects, starting with Profundity, and then after Profundity going into Leia. Level 160 achieved. Now I can forget about this trash game. But Alex, whoever has the highest levels gets an additional LSB. How do you know our miser's not higher than you? I'm just messing with you, dude. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you going to 160 for me. Yep, there it is. Level 160 in Tiki Solitaire. Beautiful. You guys are amazing. You're gonna do 160? Okay, swag. Well, I mean, Sergeant Cooker, even if you can just get to 90, it helps me out, so. I appreciate it, Alex.
Before Dark Holiday, then Dark Holiday it up, you know? The only thing I really truly did not agree with, like the excessive gun
Sounds good, Alex. Good luck on your studying. Game's kind of addictive. Yeah, it's honestly a fun game. I'm actually really enjoying it. I think I know, but not for certain. So just because of our current, just how things have been going for our streams and stuff, I'm not going to implement it today because I haven't put out an announcement yet about it, and I want to put out an announcement for you guys if I'm going to do it. But we're going to be upping the overall price of paid roster reviews to $5 here, starting probably next week. We'll start it, or as soon as I announce it, essentially. But we'll be upping it to $5. For now, it's anything $2 or more US dollars. Inflation. It's not so much inflation because there's no actual, like, there's nothing actually there. It's less about inflation and more about giving extra time. Because if I don't up the price of my roster reviews, then we will continually get these days where we end up with, like, you know, $2, and it's just over and over again, and we don't get to any free roster reviews. And so by upping the price, it'll reduce the amount I overall get, which I'm fine with, but will also increase, you know, our amount of time to do free-to-play ones. And free roster reviews. And if we need to, we will eventually implement something like Nooch's old system, where we'll have escalating price just to make sure that way we can get to free roster reviews and we're not taking too much time on paid roster reviews. So if, like, someone really needs one, they can pay to get one, but it's going to, you know, discourage people from doing too many paid for roster reviews, which is dumb. Like, you know, I should be looking at this as a way to make more money, right? What is the time limit to hit level 160? It is Monday at 4 p.m. That's Mountain Standard Time. James Mays, welcome, my friend. Harry Prince coming in with the $2.99. Thank you, my friend. We will get to you directly after. Let's see, what was the other name? Diego Cruz. Diego Cruz is next. Let me delete the 2 ones we've done, so that way I know where we are for free to play. Redeem the Jar Jar mask. Okay, and then Graphic coming with 200 bits as well, so we'll be doing his, and we'll be wearing a Jar Jar mask during his review, so no promises you'll be able to even hear me. Yes, next Monday. Just the tip. Oh gosh, what would a PP review look like? I'll have to think about that because that's pretty good in Navs Comics. I'll have to think about it. Okay, so next up we have Diego. Are you in the Discord? Diego Cruz. There we go. Need help making my Ray team now that I have Ezra, even though he's not fully up. I mean, if you have Lightspeed bundles, it just kind of depends on what you have lying around in your roster. So, like, let's check your UFOs real quick. So you have a Relic Cal Kestis, you have a Ben Solo, you have a cat. What are you using your cat with? Okay, you have a JMK. Okay. So that means you have... are you using Cal for anything? Next time, who's using this shit, man? I'm tired of all these 3 Omi tunes. Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, so I would do Rey, Cal Kestis, Ben.
Credits will do fine.
Graphic coming in with another 200 bits for Wishy Washy's roster review. Okay, sounds good. Wishy Washy will be right after Graphic. Sounds good, Caleb. I mean, the closer you can get to it, the more it helps me out. So you don't necessarily need to hit it, but even if you get close, it helps me out. Yep, congratulations, Wishy Washy. You're getting a roster review, whether you like it or not. But yeah, so I would do an Uwu team personally. Because like you can kind of use Ezra as a tank essentially, and so this is the team that I use right here. And so this is my team. A lot of times I actually pull out JTR for L3 just because I find it works just a wee bit better. But obviously you don't have Cat here, and so you can just replace Cat here with Ezra. If I were to replace something with Ezra here, I'm using Ezra with Ahsoka, obviously. But if I were to replace something with Ezra, I would do JTR in this variant because I have Cat, and Cat's better in this team than JTR is. But because you don't have a Cat right here in this team, I would throw him right here, and he will do tons for you. So this would probably be the best lineup to do, unless you're planning on doing something like a Jedi lineup. But the Jedi lineup isn't going to work as well with Rey. So I think this is going to be your best bet, because Cal is going to give a whole bunch of buffs to Ben Solo. He's going to give a whole bunch of buffs to Rey, as well as Rey. And then Hermit Ezra will basically be generating even more for all of these characters out of that as well. So that would be the overall lineup that I would do. JKCK is a floating character. I highly suggest bringing all of your Jedi on offense and using all of your Jedi as floating characters as you see fit. So like sometimes I end up throwing like a JML and a JKCK together and utilizing how good that is together. Sometimes I have to go against something really good, and so then I have to use JML, Jedi Knight Revan, Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. You know, there are those times where you got to do that. Or, you know, you're sitting there and you see some just subpar teams around. You split off Jedi Knight Cal Kestis into a Bastila lead team, take down Malgus. You bring Jedi Knight Revan and Jedi Knight Luke over here, and you take out another good team like, I don't know, Dash Rendar or Zori, and then you bring in JML to take out something else on their defense. And so it's very plug and play. All of the Jedi are very plug and play. You can build a million different teams with them. I highly suggest bringing them all on offense. But if you're looking for like the top team, obviously it's JML, but you can split them up very easily into a lot of different places, Diego, and I encourage you to do so. Theory craft with it, have fun with it, learn how the character's kit works, find some good places for it, because it'll be different in every single GAC for you. Yes, Qui-Gon on defense. Yes, I do agree. Thank you for catching that, Matt Master. Do not bring your Galactic Republic Jedi on offense. I do suggest defense for them as well. Foo team. What are you specifically asking, Heinricher? Thank you for the videos of Proving Grounds. Glad I helped, my friend. Got your AI shard? And got AI... Oh, my shards. Yep, okay. Always takes me a second with typos, just because I'm not very smart. Yeah. At least all you can do with SLKR, yep. The theory crafting? Oh, yeah. Next farm B in your opinion? Jabba, dude. Jabba needs to be in this roster ASAP. That's the natural progression of a roster like this. You need a Jabba ASAP. The moment you have a Jabba, you can take a deep breath, you can farm whatever you want, you have a GL ship, you have Jabba to get your mods up, you have some GLs to do some good work for you, you can take a deep breath. I would suggest a Profundity and a Leia next, but you can take a deep breath and kind of do whatever the freak you want. Just lower? how much lower? You got no zetas on the guy? Dang, bro. Yeah, you got no zetas on the guy. Okay. Then after you have Jabba in your roster, at this point, Profundity, then Leia is my go-to. But I do, once you get Jabba up and get him finished, I want you to take a moment and I want you to, you know, make sure that all of your farms are kind of finished. So like I'm seeing a lot of, you know, you got a non-relic 5s here, you got a relic 1 Rex, you've got Night Sisters sitting here. I don't know if you've taken the time to invest in them and get some zetas into your Night Sisters so they're usable on the, on like the Jabba counter. And so like take some time and kind of finish these partially done projects. And then I would say Profundity as well, because Profundity will give you time to build up zetas and continue on working on these projects that you have kind of sitting around. But yeah, then after that, I mean, Profundity, Leia. So, how lovely stream for a lovely Beaver. Sounds good. Enjoy the gym, swag. Heinricher, I'm looking into doing in-depth guides for Lightspeed bundle teams. It's something that I mentioned on stream the other day, and people seem to really respond to it, especially because people are getting teams faster than they can read the kits and understand the kits. So yeah, it's something that I'm looking into because I do have a video for how SLKR's kit works and how to utilize the SLKR team. I've got one for the finalizer fleet, and so it's definitely something that I'm looking at. Turns out horrible at solitaire. It took me 3 or 4 tries on level 1. Dude, some of the levels, you just get stuck on them because you just get poor RNG a couple different times. But you'll get the hang of it. Just, you know, you just work on it a bit and you'll kind of get the whole back and forth thing. Squeeze me. Can we hear Babu Frick? I mean, yeah, if you want. It's not going to be very loud, but yeah, I got you.
It's a complicated process.
No, it's still the first one, Shack Dag. You just don't have time to get anything else between level 1 and level 85. So yeah, it's still the go-to, and I suggest personally a Leia rush and then Leia Executor Jabba personally, just because it's easier to get to, but, you know. Grand Ivory's mod optimizer was searching around. I don't see many videos going through the order of tunes to put into it. The optimizer is still relevant. It's relevant to an extent, but it's not by any means an end-all be-all. I have many a time put things into there, such as like modding for the Shock T mission to get Cam. And like it put a whole bunch of mods that used protection, and if you aren't familiar with that event, your protection goes away in the first turn, and then your protection never comes back. And so like it has its problems. I suggest using it if you want to do like a quick mod switch or something like that if you have hot utils, but otherwise not really something I suggest for most people. It's more of something you should learn your mods. But that being said, it is a good, decent tool. I use it whenever I need to remod using hot utils, where I'm like, I don't want to go through and remod my Jabba team to do Smuggler's Run and get 3 stars. I just threw it all into Grand Ivory and then made a mod thing and then booted it up on hot utils and then booted it up back to my old mods. So it's solid for that type of thing if you're looking for that type of thing. But it does have its problems for like remodding an entire roster. It's obviously not Pimpo. It's not someone who knows how mods work going through your roster and doing it. So, as for who you should put it in order of, I'd essentially do turn meter engines. So whoever's like putting out a lot of debuffs or giving a lot of buffs to your team, that type of thing. You know, whoever gives turn meter, that type of thing, then your damage dealers, then your tanks. That's kind of the order of operations, I think, for most teams. So. Yeah, wants to Wonga. The cam event is... I'm so glad I have... I'm so glad I have the cam lightspeed bundle, because like that was just something that I didn't ever want to do. I tried it twice and lost both times. Oh, this is bugging the crap out of me. Come on. If you're desperate to spend it, if you're desperate to spend an Omicron, I would say put it on Force Repulse. The AoE buff dispel is insanely helpful for taking out Ray teams. So I would say this one right here. But if you're not desperate to spend it, then I'd save it. Like, this is super helpful for a lot of teams, especially because you also got to factor in the 5% extra damage for each buff dispelled. When you have an AoE buff dispel, this can be really gross. I've accidentally killed a Leia team using this before. So, definitely a solid one. Gain Force Connection 10 times. Force Connection is Kyle Katarn. Any team that can cause Kyle Katarn to attack out of turn will give you Force Connection Nightmare. So do with that as you will. Force Connections on him as well as the Ahsoka team. Oh. Hey, Cheese Balls, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's get rid of this. Next up, we have Graphic, right? No, Harry Prince, then Graphic. Okay, it's Harry Prince in Discord. I don't see it. So, Harry Prince, I will need your ally code and everything. Yes, if you have Dash Omicron, it's kind of a waste unless you have Vandor, Chewie, Relic, and with his Zeta. So. Okay, 1 second. I need to grab something. Comfortable. Harry, is your name Any Bread? We only have about 40 minutes left, CR Sonic, so we shall see, but, you know, it's not looking too long. Okay. Problem is we have like 2 more paid for roster reviews. Working Jabba close to unlock. Check Gamorrean Guard for Jabba's mods. I as well check out Bosch too. I mean, Bosch is going to be the one that I'm more worried about. Over 300, and you got him over 330. Perfect. Where's Gamorrean? He's in here somewhere, but I'm not digging. Solid. You went for the tenacity route. Very nice. Yep. Looking good, dude. Looking good. Fair, Storm. Fair. Oof, Storm. That's rough. Okay, okay, yeah. I mean, honestly, I like the idea of your farming path. The moment you start working towards JKCK, I want you to take a second and relic your Jedi Knight Revan. But for now, he can sit where he's at. Get your Jabba, get your JML, and then I want you to take a break. Maybe go for Profundity, but overall, you need to take a break and finish some of the stuff that you have in your roster. You know, you obviously Jedi Knight Revan we talked about, but like the Gear 12 Zori, your Sith Empire, your General Grievous, your Captain Rex, your Marin. Like you definitely have some stuff to work on, and I think that should be worked on after you finish your Jabba and your JML. I don't know, Caleb. I actually don't know. I can't feel it through my case. Hey, Thomas. Good to see you, my friend. Beaver fam, man. Damn. Marin's getting built with JKCK. Yeah, but I mean, you leave Marin at Gear 12. That's the thing, is you leave Marin at Gear 12 after that. Like, you don't technically need it to take any farther. And I can't promise that you'll have the Zetas, because you're going to need a Talzin Zeta, a Daka Zeta, at least a Marin Zeta and a Marin Omicron. Like, it's a lot to invest into a team. And so that's why I'm saying after JML, take a moment and get that type of stuff done. Because you're already looking at 3 Zetas on JKCK. So after you finish your Jabba, you can take a break and do some of this if you want to. But after your JML, for sure, you need to take like a 2-3 month break and finish some farms. When will we find out about new content? This next week. So probably this weekend we'll get something. Nightmare. What in the 6-star Malak do I see there? I'm not surprised, honestly. A lot of people probably have a very low Malak at the moment. Looks like a good understanding of speeds. How's the fall off down to here? It's a pretty harsh fall off for your account, dude. For like having a 339 Mara and like having those mods in the Gamorrean and everything. Pretty steep fall off from here down to here. Pretty steep indeed. So yeah, keep working on your mods. I think the Jabba will help a lot. Any ideas on who the next Conquest character will be? Luthen's ship. Either that or it's going to be Star Wars Episode 3 related. Those are the two things that we're probably going to see. Because by the time it comes out, it'll be April, which will be leading into the Star Wars Episode 3 20-year anniversary in May. So, when do I watch Cobra Kai? When I have time, Ladarius. Beaver works for CG confirmed. What about Trench's ship? I mean, if we're seeing a Trench ship, it's going to be a capital ship. It's not going to be something we see in Conquest. Crosshair's not going to be a Conquest character. Crosshair, if we're getting Crosshair, it's going to be part of the era. So the era starts in 8.5 days or something like that. So Yeah, next Tuesday we will start that era. So we'll probably get information about it this week. Trade Federation capital ship. I wouldn't be surprised if we got another Separatist capital ship, gonna be honest. Okay, you just need to work on your mod, like, overall depth. I am a little worried for your fleets in general. The fact that I'm seeing an Enchilada not finished and a Special Forces tie is rough. He's like, yes, this is a 14% win rate against Executor. I get that, but I still use it every single time to beat Executor, because every single counter I have for Executor works like 50% of the time, but this fleet always kills Punishing One, and then from there I can take out the fleet with literally any other fleet. Like, that's the beauty of this fleet, is it's just a free pass to kill Punishing One every single time. And I will take that any day in the current fleet meta. So please finish this fleet. Yeah, like, you're missing your Star Fortress, you're missing your Hyena Bomber. Yeah, so I think that after you finish your Jabba, after you finish your JML, you're going to need some breaks to be able to farm some stuff, and I think you should start adding some of these tanks to your farms, like, now. Because it's 6 months from wherever you start it, so... Is it a brand new Bad Batch team, or are they just swapping tech and Crosshair? I don't know. We know it's 5 characters, and the phrase they used was a new Bad Batch team. Now, whether that's saying they're adding in Crosshair and they're adding in something else to the team, like Batcher or something like that, and just lifting up our current Bad Batch team, and then giving us a couple characters like Lightside Asajj Ventress to lift up a random mercenary faction or something like that. We'll see, but all we know for now is there's going to be 5 marquees. There'll be event 3 months in, and you're gonna, we're getting a new Bad Batch team from what they say. Yeah, Harry, if you haven't already, go and get this, literally go just look up RB mods. But I've got this filter right here, upgrade sell, that you just click on it, you say select all, you upgrade all of them, and then anything that's left, you just select it and you sell all of them, because it means they don't have any speed. And you just keep cycling through mods as much as you can. And so working on that mod depth is essentially just continually working on mods, and make sure you're putting like refreshes into it, because we're all going to be behind on mods when it comes to Lightspeed bundles. So yeah, that's why we need a Jabba for sure, Harry. Is so that way you don't have to waste on farming 6 dot plus. I think Old Man Hunter, Lightside Asajj, Adult Omega. We won't get Adult Omega until she comes to live action. And yes, she is coming to live action. They've set it up with like specific callouts to the original Thrawn trilogy. How'd they add Batcher? It wouldn't be hard. I wouldn't be surprised if we got like a new Omega, an older Omega that summons Batcher in the ally slot. Would I prioritize Cantina refreshes or mod refreshes? Mod refreshes. I prioritize Cantina refreshes in my account right now because I can afford it. And I'm not struggling on mods because even while I was getting Lightspeed bundles, I already was in a good spot for modding in general. And so it really hasn't affected me too much because I already had a huge batch of good mods when Lightspeed bundles first started coming around. And so it hasn't affected me too much. Whereas signal data, I've been pushing farms really fast. In general, if you're not spending money, you can basically just farm with Cantina energy and get most of the signal data that you need with just natural farming, honestly. So I would 100% do the mods over the Cantina energy. When farming for a GL or a GL ship, is it better to focus on lower or higher relics? Neither. It is better to focus on what is usable first. So like when you're looking at a, I mean, we'll choose anyone, right? Let's choose GL Ahsoka Tano just for fun because, you know, it's completely unreasonable that anyone's farming this. If I'm looking at this, I'm not going to go for Fulcrum first. Fulcrum first just doesn't make sense. Now, if I have a Rey in my roster and I have a JML in my roster, Barriss Offee is something I could immediately plug into my account, and it would help out teams that I already have. The new Marquise, not necessarily going to be helpful until I have, you know, the full team going. But, you know, some of these things I can just plug into good spots. I already have, you know, a good team for Cat. Getting up Cat is going to be good. Getting a General Skywalker, I already have some 501st lying around my roster, and I want an excuse to get them up. I get up them. I already use Ahsoka Tano in the ship. I'm going to get up her. It's the same thing for basically any of these farms. You look at, you know, the SLKR farm. If you're going free to play farming SLKR, you work on the ones that are pilots first because it's going to benefit your finalizer fleet and give you a good team to build. You know, you just focus down the ones that are going to benefit your account most in the short term and then spread out to the long term ones. Now, whether that means you get the ones that are, you know, Relic 7 and you just get them to Relic 5 for now and then just wait and you continue on to the next character, maybe that's the way that you do it. But you always want to focus down the ones that are going to help your account now first and then the other ones next. It's not about the relic levels. So what speed does Ezra Exile need to be? There is no cap, my friend, but 330 is where I'd shoot for. Why are most GLs kept at Relic 7? Why would you bring them to Relic 8? It's extra resources that most people can't afford. And then most people, I also include myself. It is luxury by all accounts. You know, I beat, you know, Relic 9 Leia's with this Supreme Leader Kylo Ren at Relic 7. What's the point of bringing him up? I beat Relic 9 JMKs with this Sith Eternal at Relic 7. What's the point of bringing him up? The only one that I see an argument for are tank GLs. And so Jedi Master Luke specifically, I can see a very high argument, and this is one of the ones that I want to do myself because you get extra protection from Relic 8 and Relic 9, and that protection translates to damage on this team for the entire team. But most of the other ones, it's just like, there's not really a point to bring them up to Relic 8 because they do basically everything they need to do at Relic 7. It's a luxury thing or a PP thing, and that's basically it. It's going to be nice, yes. It's going to make your counter up 1% more stable. That's great, but it is not strictly necessary, and until it's necessary in my account, I'm not going to do it. So, when I have the room in my account to relegate whoever the F I want to, I'll relegate all my GLs. But until then, the only one that's probably going to get a Relic 8 and a Relic 9 soon is JML. So the more you can use them in territory battles. There you go. Hey, Dank. Not quite Nightmare, but there is one that's close. I did do a roster for review for it about like 7-8 months ago. It was hilarious. Relic, that's, oh, who is that? Oh gosh, give me a sec, let me remember. It's Sanjita, is that who it is? Who preaches the Relic? No, it's, I think it's Sanjita as well, but I think the person that I hear most say it is Old Man Logan from Three Scoundrels in a Cantina. All attackers have to be Relic 8. I mean, if you can afford it, sure. Can I afford a Relic 8 out of nowhere on my Starkiller? No. On my Dark Trooper? No. Like, I can't afford that. No one can. It's such a bougie thing that's just not possible for most accounts, and there's not really a reason for it. What's the difference between Relic 6 and Relic 7? For a GL, every relic level is 10% health and protection that you're missing out on. Overall, I mean, the stat boost between Relic 6 and Relic 7 is already really good, but then you're also missing out on 10% health and protection. And Relic 7's easy to get. Relic 8, Relic 9, not easy to get. Relic 7, it's just another Tuesday. We get Relic 7s all the time. Heck yeah, Tara. Shut up, ADP, and your 300 zetas you have lying around. Gosh. Do you need potency on C? No, you do not, Daniel. You can mod him for potency if you want, but you're going to be taking away from health, and health is the thing you desperately need, especially if you're trying to do the JMK counter or any of the counters that where you're taking out GLs. Health, 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 because you need him to survive. You need him to be the beefiest boy he can possibly be. So, I wouldn't mod him for potency. What about R9 Bane? R9 Bane is a PP. Like, I do everything I need to do at R8. I do suggest the R8. He's one of the few characters I do suggest the R8 because Leia can be annoying, but the R9 is still 100% luxury. And like I've even seen people argue with the whole, but like you need a second Relic 9 to go with Bane. I'm like, no, I still beat Leia with a Relic 7 with him. Like it's not strictly necessary. Is it nice? Yes. But like, does a Malak at Relic 5 actually work better than a Relic 9 Sith Assassin? Yeah, it does, because that extra fear is very helpful in keeping your guys alive long enough to kill people off. And so it's less about those relic levels and more about what you're using and that type of thing. But I still kill everything I need to with my Relic 7 Sidious with him. Ugh. When CG gives up on this game, I mean, when CG gives up on the game, they're shutting down the servers, nightmare. But honestly, I think Star Wars fans could keep it alive for sure. What is the ideal relic levels for a JML team? Relic 5, JKR, Relic 7, JKL. You're saying ideal. Relic 9, JML, Relic 8, JKL. Still, I'm going to say a Relic 5 JKR. Yes, you could relegate him, but honestly, you're not getting that much out of him overall because he's a support character. So I'd say if you're going for ideal, Relic 7 JKR. So Relic 8 JKL, Relic 7 JKR, Relic 5 Hoda, and a Relic 9 JKCK. And the reason I'm saying Relic 9 JKCK is because he's one of the best territory battle characters in the game, and he can be used with basically anything, and so he can be a perfect plug and play for your route. I didn't know if it was necessary. Yeah, it's not strictly necessary. What teams can Malak at Relic 5 solo? What did we just do the other day? I don't even remember what we did the other day. We did something recently. Oh, we soloed a Malakos team. We can solo Padme with it. We can solo Phasma with it. There's quite a few teams you can solo with a Relic 5 Malak. I need to Relic 7 him. It's been on my list forever, and it's being worked on currently. I'm currently in my cleanup phase, and so I'm going to be Relic 7ing and, actually cleaning up my Relic levels for a lot of my characters right now, as well as Relicing like auxiliary characters like my Marauder pilots and that type of thing. That's where I am right now, is I'm taking a break from major farms, besides the Profundity, which is on my list, and basically just focusing down on characters right now. Is Beck and Master Qui-Gon Omi's good? Omi is amazing, Caleb. I love it. It's still used in our GAC defenses and at 500 million GP. At Gear 9, I was getting holds on it when it first came out. It's an excellent Omicron period. Qui-Gon, Master Qui-Gon's, unless you have a Quadme team, it's not as important, but it's still nice from what I've seen. Yes, there comes a point where you do need the extra relics in GAC, and that's where I'm at. You're trying to fight your way into Kyber 2 and Kyber 1. But in the case of most players, focusing on getting your new farms and finishing your farms is going to be more important than getting ideal relic levels for a team. Should I save Jabba's ult mats for C? If you want to have a usable C, yes, but I'd rather see ult material spent on Jabba than C 100% of the time. How should you mod C? All health. Health primaries, health secondaries, all health everywhere. Smugglers Run 2 literally just make some mod loadouts and just give them your best mods. That's literally all it takes. And then you can go watch my video. I have I don't actually have a video for Smugglers Run 2, I don't think, but you can go watch my stream where I do it for the first time. Like literally all I did was just, I went in with my best mods on Jabba and that's it. Like that was literally all it took was, you know, good mods on Jabba, good speeds on Bosch Leia, and then calling it good. Like that was it. That's all I needed to do. And that was pre-ultimate. I had like 2 zetas on the team. Like you should be fine. Qui-Gon leadership zeta, good. Qui-Gon, it's terrible unless you're putting on the Omicron. Don't put it on unless you plan on putting on the Omicron immediately after. Otherwise, it's a terrible lead. You shouldn't be ever using it. The only reason to use Qui-Gon in the current meta is with his Omicron. GL rushing or getting solid full teams. I can see an argument for both, but I've always found that getting your first GL and getting your first GL ship is one of the biggest things that you can possibly do for an account, especially with how fast it is getting those things. I think it's very important to do those. And so GL rushing and that type of thing is solid, and especially because you can build off of them. Because, you know, you go in and you're going in and you get, you know, you get this guy right here, right? You get that, then you end up with Sith Eternal. You can build into Executor. You can just get Dark Trooper, and you have a good Imperial Trooper team. You have some troopers to put into an Iden team, and you can kind of build off of what you're getting as you go. You have an Emperor Palpatine, you get a Mara Jade. From Mara Jade, you're going into Star Killer, and you kind of build that way where you build out of whatever farms you're going for. So, but getting your first GL and first GL ship is one of the most important things you can do for an early game account. Now, should you build outwards? Yes, you should build outwards, but I typically say the only time that I build outwards is if it's a PP or if you're getting into a new section of GAC. So, you know, you're sitting there and you're getting into Bronzium, and you're like, I don't have enough teams. You take some time and you build outwards. You build some more teams. You build Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan, whatever it might be. You get into Kyber and you do exactly what I did. You start building as many fleets as you can because you need 3 fleets for offense, 3 fleets for defense. And so build upwards until you have to build outwards is my general go-to, and then always take advantage of your farms. If you're going for an Afra rush because you're an insane person, make sure that you still build out your Afra team fully. Make sure that you take your time and make sure you have a Hondo that's usable for solos. Make sure you have a Sonostaros team going. Don't sleep on your farms. Make sure you get those connections so you can build outwards. You are getting the pieces to build outwards. Take advantage of them. Do not just go from big project to big project. We talk about Saber. You go through your solos and side projects first, then you go through your accessible teams, then you go through your big project. So we're going to say a GL, Jabba, right? And then you're going to expand outwards. So you're going to take a look, should I Relic 7 my Bosch Leia and get some more relic levels on Kersantin? You know, is there any characters I can add to this, like an Embo with the Omicron for Territory War? You expand outward and then you review. Make sure that there's nothing that you missed that you could take advantage of and just build a little bit more. You have a Jedi Knight Luke from the Jabba farm. Maybe in that review, you're like, ooh, that Jedi Knight Luke, I'd like to take advantage of it a little bit more. So you go and get yourself a Jedi Knight Revan. So just follow Saber and you should be fine. Make sure you're building outwards as you build upwards, and then only build outwards like as a primary farm when you take some time to clean up like I'm doing right now, or when you get to a new section of GAC. So Daniel, the overall strat for light speed bundles is you go SLKR, you go Jabba, then you go SLKR, Jabba, Executor, and then at that point you have a setup for your roster. You have a good GL to start you off, SLKR. You can start doing Proving Grounds missions. You can, you know, be good in Conquest. SLKR is just an excellent place to start, and he's the closest GL. He also gives you a fleet. Then you can go into Jabba, gives you mods and a defensive GL, and then the rest of your Proving Grounds. Then you get Executor, and that'll give you a crystal income, and then from there you can take your time and build everything else out. And so that is my go-to suggestion for a route for if you bought all the Lightspeed bundles and don't know where you're going, is get those 3 things in your roster, then you're golden and you can take all the time in the world because you'll have all the time in the world. So, is plus 172 speed on SLKR good? Yes, it is, Shakdag. It is very solid. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? I get it. We'll get back to roster reviews. I'm sorry, guys. Heck yeah, Limitless. It is a chance, a serial killer. I do not have time to do all of them all the time, especially when we have so many questions. We're having a lot of random questions. And then we also have 2 more paid for roster reviews that we're going to do right now. Okay, this is graphical, and then we got wishy-washy. If you don't get a roster review today, make sure you go to the damn Discord, go to the top, click, not events, channels and roles. And if you click at the bottom right here, you'll get pinged for roster reviews every time I go live for roster reviews. So that way you never miss out on an opportunity to get a roster review. Okay, next up we got graphical. Graphical, did you say anything about your roster? Finishing Zetas for Star Killer team at the moment. Just finished Jabba, so going for Rey, then Executor. I'd like to see the Executor sooner, but that all just depends on your fleets. Dude, Executor now. Like, I get going for the Rey because it's close, but the Executor's more important. By a large margin is the Executor more important. So yeah, I would go for the Executor right this moment. Yeah, go for your Executor, finish your Beskar Mandalorian, then circle about. Yeah, I know, Graphic. I know. I was like 3 relic levels away, or 3 relic characters away from JML for like 4 months while I fixed things in my roster. I get it. It's right there. You want to do it, but you're also that close to an Executor, and an Executor is going to get you a daily crystal income, which is much more important than whatever benefits you'll get from a Rey. So Savage with the Omi doesn't hurt so much, honestly. If this was a Gear 12 Savage with the Omi, that would hurt, because then I'd be like, dude, you're sleeping on your Savage. Relic 5 him so he can solo teams. But a Gear 12 Savage is just like, I haven't had time to finish this character, and I haven't invested. And I'm fine with that. But anyways, getting back to it, yes, I understand you're so close to Rey, but dude, your Executor, crystals, my friend. That is what you should be focusing on. 50 crystals a day is insane. That's what 15 like 16,500 crystals a year. Am I doing that math right? I don't know. But like, that's so many crystals to leave on the table. And that's just for 50 crystals a day. Yeah. Exactly, Tara. 400 crystals a day is 12k crystals a month. Like, yeah, you do not want to sleep on that. So that is what I want to see in this roster, is the Executor, just as fast as you can, dude. Because even just bumping up to the top 50, you're instantly making 50 crystals a day. If you can bump up into the top 20, you know, you're doing so good. Yeah, 18 to 50 a year, exactly. So the sooner you get that, the better. Havoc, you have a great night, my friend. Thank you for being here. But then, yes, of course, Rey, and honestly, just stay within your farms at that point. You know, I'd finished the Jedi Knight Revan to go with your Jedi Knight Luke. You know, just kind of stay within your Lightspeed bundles. Don't go out of your way to farm other things. The only things that I might suggest that you farm during this time, after you finish your Executor, then your Rey, is like, you know, maybe go for some things for your guild. Maybe a JKCK, or like a Mommy Mandalore or Inquisitor or something like that for getting yourself into a good guild. That's about all I'd suggest. But otherwise, I'd rather you stick to your current Lightspeed bundles. You know, get your JML into your roster, get your Rey into your roster. If you bought the Sith Eternal bundles, go get your Sith Eternal in here. Yeah, it looks like you have the Sith Eternal bundles. Go get your Sith Eternal in your roster, that type of stuff. So, something exciting on the account. Unlock 2 GLs in December, almost on C shards. I have no zetas and want to cry. Nice, Cube Labs. Very nice. I, too, unlocked 2 GLs in December on the same day, and it was great. I'm finally almost done with the zetas on the characters, though, which is nice. Okay. Your mod depth is looking really shoddy. Please put some extra. Here you go. Here's your prescription. You're going to get Executor. You're going to get 50 crystals daily, and you're going to immediately spend those 50 crystals on a mod refresh every single day. You need to work on your mods, my friend. We can skip this part. I can see why you're saying that, Graphic. Go get your Executor and start using those crystals to refresh your mod energy, dude. It looks like you're working on your fleets to a good degree, but you still need to work on those tanks for sure. So yeah, ships are going to take you a long time. Make sure you're not sleeping on it. You have a lot to work on in your account, which gives you plenty of time. You don't need to be farming new things really at all. And so you can be using that energy to farm, you know, the ships that you need for these fleets. So nice, Storm. Very nice. Okay, next up we have Wishy Washy. Yeah, no problem, Graphic. But yeah, that Executor, dude. That Executor. Wishy Washy, your name's Striker Bolter. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't see you in here. What's your name? Unfortunately, this is gonna be the last one for today because we are running out of time. Well, we're gonna see if we can't do an extra stream tomorrow for some roster reviews if I have time. I should have time. It just depends on what happens in the morning, because in the morning I have something going on. Can you guess what I'm going for right now? I mean, I hope SLKR. I would hope SLKR. Like you have the Relic 6 Palpatine, the Relic 7 Kylo Ren, yeah. So SLKR. As for where to go next, you have this is only part of the resistance, isn't it? No, it's the full resistance. But no bundle. Are you working on the ships right now? Or are you planning on buying the bundle? This Captain Rex hurts. This Captain Rex hurts. Okay. Wishy-washy, I want you to put mods on your Captain Rex, bring him up to gear 10. Doesn't take you any Kairos to get him up to gear 10. You bought Finalizer instead of Radis. If you aren't buying the bundle and when it comes back around, then I want you to be slow farming the ships to the Radis. That being said, your next overall project, while you're waiting for those shards, is going to be going for JML. You have quite a bit towards JML. You have the Vampa. You have the Shadows of the Empire Lightspeed bundle. Go and get yourself a JML. And then I want you to keep Executor in the back of your mind. Make sure you're farming shards for it. And as soon as you're getting close to shards for Razor Crest, you're going to go straight for Executor. But until you can get Razor Crest done, obviously keep working on projects. So SLKR, then JML as your two major projects, and then eventually Ray when you can either buy the bundle or you slow farm the ships. So definitely a Lightspeed bundle account when it comes to mods. I want to see this Resistance Hero Finn over 300 speed. And I don't want to see any character. Your current goal is for any character that you use on a team on offense or defense. I don't want to see a single character that doesn't have at least 45 speed. At least 45 speed. And that means 3 speed on each of the mods and then a 30 speed arrow. That is what you're shooting for every character in your roster. Now, when it comes to teams that you're using on offense, I want to see at least 60 to 90 speed. Characters that I want to see put some work into, Captain Rex. He's going to be something really, really good for your account. You just got to put a little gear into him, put a little bit of mods on him, and then on mods on your Phoenix, and this is going to be an excellent team for you. I love seeing the Hux, the Mara Jade fast, but your mod depth is not looking great, and Resistance Hero Finn's the next one on your list to get fast. So he should be a huge focus for you. But make sure you're working on your mods, and I don't want to see a single character next time you come in for a roster review. I don't want to see a single character without mods, and I want your goal to be trying to get at least 45 speed on every single character that you use on either offense or defense in GAC. Make sure you are working on the TIE Echelon. That is a 6-month farm that you need to start right now. First Order Special Forces is another one that you can get really easily, and you should definitely be working on it. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Both as they're applicable. Already on TIE Echelon? Perfect. That's what I like to hear, Wishy-Washy. Heck yeah, Slain Alive. You're awesome, my friend. Or else you'll be sent to the trash compactor. I do not yet, Robomelon. I do not. I can whip one up in the next couple of days if that's something that people are really needing, which honestly is probably true. So I will whip that up in the next couple of days for you guys. Robomelon, welcome to the Damn Elite, my friend. Thank you for the membership. I do not get more rewards past 160, but if you DM me Slayin' Alive, we can talk about something real quick. Finally get to buy me own. Heck yeah, Robomelon. Okay, sweet. So for those of you who want to stick around in the Beaver Dam and they can't get enough of Beaver, we are going to be streaming some Marvel Rivals for fun, and anyone who wants to can join in while we play Marvel Rivals. So let me just switch over to my other account. Okay, I'm going to put this out here for you guys. Fair enough, Heinricher, dude. Have a great night. I'm going to put out a poll. Up next. Okay, there you guys go. Go ahead and vote. I'm not going to put the vote for Twitch because we don't have the ability to raid troopers on break on Twitch, but we will basically find a place for you guys, whether we raid or we bring you guys over to the other channel. Yeah, go ahead and vote now what you guys want to do next. Do you guys want to come hang out with me playing some Marvel Rivals with my buddy Nexus, or would you like to head on down the road and go check out Troopers on Break for the night? Okay, serial killer sounding like wanting to have a great night graphic, I think. Have a great night, Caleb. That level 80 to 90 actually drove me insane. Now I've got a llama named Beaver. By the way, if you haven't already, I don't know how many we have currently, but we do have a club called More RB for that game. So MORE space RB. If we have any spots in it, you guys are welcome to join us. So just beat level 40. Heck yeah, Latte Money. You are awesome, my friend. Let's see where we are at for total amount of people that have hit level 40. Tiki Solitaire. We're up to 21 people that have hit level 40. That's wild. You guys are awesome. Where's the polls? Where's, oh, like the polls as in... Okay, up next. Raids will go. Rivals with Beef. Okay. We're gonna do a 60-second poll, so you have 60 seconds left on YouTube to vote, and then on Twitch you guys will have a minute to vote as well. How many have beat level 90? Let's take a look. We currently have 6 people that have beaten level 90. Okay, we have that set up, so let's go ahead and edit this. Customization, add redirect. Oops, wrong one. Okay. Okay, just a couple more seconds on the poll. Heck yeah, Tara. Okay, that is... Looks like everyone agrees we're doing Rivals. It's not like, you know, obviously it's not fully that way, but the majority says Marvel Rivals it is. Okay, so I am going to raid my own channel. For those of you on Twitch, I will drop a link to my other channel for you guys to jump over, because unfortunately I can't be streaming on 2 different things at the same time. And so I am going to have to basically just drop you guys my channel, and then you guys can head on over. So there's the link to my other channel. I'll be live on there in just a moment. Sounds good, Slaying Alive. Okay, let's get this going. So I am going to take a second right after stream, and I am going to get things booted up, and also grab Nexus and make sure he's ready to go. and then we're gonna jump right into some Marvel Rivals. So expect like a 2-minute period where I'm not streaming while I set things up, and then we'll be right back to being live. So be back with you guys in just a moment. Thank you guys so much that donated today. You guys are awesome, and a big shout out to anyone and everyone who is playing the Tiki Solitaire game to help out the Beaver Dam. You guys are literally the best. You guys are amazing. You are the damn best, each and every one of you. Big shout out to our damn sugar daddy Rain and our damn best members Joe Correa and Yoder. Former and current damn best members always get a home on our end screen, as well as a whole bunch of other fun perks. Big shout out to our damn elite. You guys are awesome. You keep the lights on. I love you guys being here every single month, and we're gonna have fun content coming for you soon. Thank you guys so much for being here, and let's get you guys over to the other channel, and we will be over there with you in just a ball hair, a moment, a solid 2 minutes, a liquid 1 minute, you know, whatever it might be, a gaseous 30 seconds. We'll see you in just a moment.